Okay, so we've got our asteroid moving across the screen in a way that's gives us the illusion of the rocket moving around. Now we're going to look at cloning the asteroid to make it disappear and reappear. This stuff gets a bit tricky. Now, the way cloning works in my mind is that it's like a rubber stamp. So it rubber stamps another copy of it down, and that one can then move around and do just like a normal sprite. But then at the end, we wipe them all off, and all the clones disappeared, but the real sprite, the original, can remain. So we're going to use that for our help, for our program here. So we are first going to, under control, we're going to use this one, when I start as a clone. Now this means as soon as we make it as a clone, it is going to, pardon me, we're going to make it, under looks, we're going to make it visible. But we're going to make it normally, the flag, it's going to be invisible. Because in this game, you want it to be like stamping asteroids around, but you don't actually see the stamp. You just see the result of it. So when we start, this asteroid will disappear. Fantastic. Now we want it to start as a clone. But we need to test something first, because we want it to start an asteroid when it's on the edges of the screen, the top edges or the bottom edges. So we're going to check that out. Now the easiest way to do it, because we're going to be using it in multiple locations, is to make a function. Make one thing, use it in multiple ways. So I'm just going to move to the side, and I'm going to make a function, or a block. This one's going to be a really inventive name. Check if off screen. So that's just going to check if the asteroid is off the screen. This is where we're looking at the XY coordinates, because the screen has a grid. Invisible grid, you can't see it. But I can illustrate it for you here. If we look at the window, around the rocket, if you put the cursor there and click, so on the asteroid, click on the rocket. If I move the rocket down, you can see these values changing. And that tells you where the rocket is located. This gives you an understanding of what the X and Y values are for different parts of the screen. Now, I've already done that for you. So we can, if you use the values that I've got, it should work for you. So in our little program, check if off screen, we're going to ask if. Now, we're going to use these Y positions. And because we're looking for all of them, we're going to have to use OR, and we're going to use these. Now we can nest these in there to make it work really well. So under motion, we're going to use Y position. So down the bottom, not set, not Y. Here we go. Y position, and we're going to need X position in a minute. So if we use Y position is greater than 200, that means it's close enough to be off the top of the screen. Or if Y position is less than minus 200. Now we're also going to do the same thing for x position. So a greater than or less than. Now for the x position, that's 240 or minus 240. Right mouse click duplicate to get a second of these. Fantastic. So if the x is between 240 or minus 240, sorry, greater than 240. So what we've got is your screen right here. If it's in this area, it's fine. If it's outside of this area, that's when this program is going to run. But we need to have them both in here. So the easiest way to do that is with nesting ORs. Now, easiest, not necessarily easiest to read or prettiest to read, but it works. So if any of these conditions are met, that means we say it's off the screen, and we are going to make it hide. Now we're going to do one more of this. We are going to, under control, delete this clone. Now the great thing about this, it will say if it's a clone, delete it. If it's not, it can't delete it. So it will never delete the main sprite. It will only delete the clones. So we've got to delete the clones if it's out of the readme. Well, we haven't had a chance to test yet, and this one, it's really annoying because we can't really test this code yet. We need to have the clones being made first, and we're going to do that in a little bit. We still need to do a few other tests first. So we need to start working out, are we going to have the clone being made? And is it on, where is it placed around the screen? So that's what we're looking at in the next video.